What's up, guys? It's Keisha from Virgo Vibe, and I just wanted to do a quick video just to check in, because there's a lot of different energy going on in the collective right now, and it has been difficult for me. So I'm just wondering if it's been difficult for you as well. A lot of changes happening very quickly, which they are all for our best good, but sometimes it's not easy making these changes or experiencing changes that you just can't control. But I am trying to keep in mind that I personally surrendered to the universe, basically said that I'm trusting that I'm gonna go where I need to, be where I need to end up fulfilling my life's purpose, and I handed it over. And so I'm a person who really loves to have control of things. Well, I used to be, let me say it like that, because I let go of that. I moved on from trying to control things, because honestly, we can't control anything. We can pretend like we have control. And I use, my Virgo mentality is, I'm going to make a list. And if we're going somewhere, I need to know what time we need to be there. I'm going to get the map ready, and I'm going to look at the building so I know what it looks like before we go. That was me. I mean, I'm still like that when I have to go on a trip or something, but I just felt like I was losing control if I didn't have control, if I didn't have these stipulations. And so now, that just doesn't work. It doesn't work, because as soon as something is out of my control, then I feel anxious, and I feel like, just not myself, just unhappy. And I was tired of that. So now I'm trusting the universe, to help me and guide me in the direction that I want to go. I put out there what I want, and then I just let it happen. So, what else can you do? So at this point, I'm feeling like things are getting better. There was a lot of things that were up in the air, but slowly things are being revealed as to why things have gone the way they have, and it gives me a tiny bit of relief, but I still feel like I want to know why things are happening the way they are. And I don't know why that makes us feel better to have that answer, but the reason why, the real reason why, is for our best. What's the word I'm looking for? The real reason why things are happening the way they are is because they need to happen in order for us to be our best selves. And that's the bottom line, and I accept that. So at this point, the new moon is on Monday, or Monday and a Tuesday, I don't know. And I think today's Sunday. Yeah, today's Sunday. And I'm just starting to feel like the anxiety is starting to lift, because everything is starting to fall into place as it should. And those things that I have been trying to manifest are coming. And so I feel like, this is great, but I'm also trying to not focus on the past and not focus on things that didn't work out the way that I had hoped. And it's not easy. I feel so super emotional about it right now. And that's okay. It's okay to feel emotional about it. It's okay to go through a grieving process. It's okay to have feelings about things and accept those feelings. This is the thing that bothers me the most about society at large, and that is that we were never really taught to examine our emotions, to feel them wholly, and go through them and then release them. And that's something that I have learned in the last 2 years how to do. And I wish that this was something that was taught when we were kids. I was just telling one of my friends about this, and she actually said, she works in a school, she actually said that, you know, that's something that their school is starting to implement, is emotional health, because, you know, it started in our society with, you know, the kids were trying to commit suicide and they just couldn't handle, you know, the bullying, and social media made it get really bad, and they just couldn't handle their emotions because they were never taught how to. And even with grown men, like, you know, society tells them a man doesn't cry and, you know, they should hide their emotions, but we are all human and we are all built with hearts and souls. So in order for us to feel like a whole person, how can you possibly tell someone that it's not okay for them to feel what's built inside of them? So anyway, that always bothered me. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong if a man cries. Like, what is he, a robot? Like, why can't he cry if he feels the emotion to cry? Like, we, as women and men, we all have that same, you know, anatomy and soul and heart, even though I'm not talking about, you know, the one that pumps the blood. I'm talking about the one that makes you fall in love and feel sad when someone leaves you. Why would they not be allowed to express that? Why should they be burdened with their emotions for the rest of their lives, while women who are very open to, most of them are very open to talking and letting things out? You know, maybe that's why women, you know, mature faster than men, because men are suppressed in their emotions by society, and women are not suppressed about their emotions. Like, it's crazy. So anyway, I really feel like me understanding the fact that my emotions and how I feel, it's perfectly okay for me to feel that, to analyze that, to be in it, and then accept the fact that I'm feeling that way, and not push it down and hide it from people, but understand that it's natural, and then say, okay, I'm sad about blah blah blah, but I'm going to release this sadness and let it go. And that's what's missing for everyone in society who is angry or sad or whatever. When you hold your emotions in like that and you push them down, it can make you sick. Like, when people talk about your chakras, and each chakra is connected to a part of your body. Like, your solar plexus is connected to your pancreas, or, you know. So if you have problems with that area, you should be looking at your solar plexus and why it's blocked and why you're holding things in, and you need to learn how to release them. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I was a teenager in junior high, and I went through that too, you know, the bullying and not being sure of yourself, and no one at home really building you up and letting you know that you're a good person and you shouldn't worry about what other people think. You should worry about what you think. Like, everyone doesn't have that at home, where someone is putting that positive reinforcement into you, because, you know, parents work and they got their own stuff and they trying to grow up as well. So I'm going through my stuff, and it felt overwhelming, and I wanted to die at one point, and I never told anybody. I just dealt with it, and then anxiety set in. I held it in. Anxiety set in. Suicidal thoughts. And I started getting really bad migraines. And once it got to the point where I was getting really bad migraines, that's when I had to go to the doctor. And I will never forget. May my dad rest in peace. We had our issues as I was growing up, but at that time, we had, not a great relationship. And his parenting skills were not on 10. So anyway, I had, during that time, a female or a male, you're going through hormone changes, like your body is changing, and you're just unsure of yourself. And so it was getting to the point where I was passing out. Like, I was holding in all my anxiety, all my worry, because I was being, let's just say that my father knew how to emotionally abuse, and he probably didn't realize it until way later. Like, we made amends before he passed away, but at that time it was really bad. And I was a very emotional person anyway, but I just felt afraid to express it. And so he took me to the doctor, and I will never forget that we were walking inside the building, and he looked over at me and said, "If you're faking this, I'm gonna whoop you." And that just brought more anxiety. Even though I knew I wasn't faking it, it didn't matter what was real or what was really happening to me. It mattered what his perception was, because that was what the reaction was going to be. And so I'm saying all this to say that, our kids, they go through stuff that they not necessarily are able to deal with, and they need the tools to be able to deal with it. And then we have grown adults who have grown up that way, and they don't know how to deal with it because they were never taught either. So they're teaching their kids the same way. And so it's just a cycle that just doesn't end. So something really needs to be done as far as educating everyone on how to deal with their emotions and how to release them instead of suppress them. And, I think that would help with people who get sick. And so, long story short, it took me a long time to get to this point where I recognized then that it was bad to hold in my emotions, but I still didn't know how to release them, or I didn't have a safe place to release them. Oh, this is making me get emotional too. But I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I wouldn't want anyone to feel that way, or feel like they couldn't express themselves freely. And with kids, it's even more important for them to have a safe space, because if you're an adult and you're with someone and they treat you badly, you can get up and leave. But if you're a kid and it's your parent, you can't go nowhere till you're 18 at least, unless the court takes you out of there for some other reason, you know what I'm saying? Or some other. The kids, they have to just deal with it. And so I really feel like, some kind of help or instruction needs to be done to help people express their emotions in a healthy way, so that they can move on, and so they can deal with whatever they're dealing with in a healthy way, and not hold it in to the point where it makes them sick. And you guys, I really, I have a thing about cancer and illnesses and, ancestry of people who died too soon. That is rampant in my family. So I feel very strongly about that. And I know that is also part of it. A lot of trauma that family members or friends or people or anyone has had, and they hold it in for their entire lives, because a lot of times in the Black community, we're taught that you don't say that, or you don't share any of the bad stuff that ever happened to you. You don't go to therapy, and all that is bullshit. So I just feel like we really need to change the way that we think about who we are as human beings and our needs emotionally, and these silly, stupid stereotypes that we put on other people of how they're supposed to act when nobody got a blueprint when they got here. We're all figuring it out every day. So anyway, I digress. I just wanted to share that with you. Ooh, I'm really trying not to get emotional, but that really bothers me. See, I'm doing it right now. I'm trying not to cry in front of you like there's something wrong with that, because that's how we're trained. It's okay for me to cry right now. I'm talking about emotions. Alright, you guys. Anyway, maybe I should do some kind of series on how I figured out to let things out. Because I'm going to tell you, like, me crying right now is a miracle, because I suppressed my emotions so much that I didn't even know how to release them anymore. When something bad happened, I was like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I cry? Why, I feel sad, but why can't I release this? And that was scary. And so I really had to work on, unblocking some stuff so this right here, this emotion that you're seeing, is something that I have not been able to do for 10 plus years, probably longer than that. And it all started with someone hurting me and me saying, I'm never gonna let you see me cry again, type of stuff. And that's not healthy. This is not. So anyways, guys, I'm really thinking about, maybe putting together some videos that will help other people to understand and to help themselves be emotionally open and release some stuff so that they can be a healthier person. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments below if you're interested in that at all. And I will see you in the next video. I love you guys. This is Keisha, For Real Vibe, out.